Stacy. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Pen and Sword with our Tesoro ladies, and we got a fire starter today as our feature, who is my fellow Tesoro sister, Miss Ericka Floyd. How are you doing, ma'am?
I guess I'm doing okay. I'm alive. And I'm with you
Amen.
guys. Yes.
Amen, amen. Well, I'm
Yes.
glad
Yes.
I'm sitting down with you today because I've been wanting to do this for a moment. Find out who the lady is that's always saying, I hate it now. To find out more about you, seriously.
Okay.
Find out more about your poetry, find out about your book, because you have a book out. So we're going to talk
I
about a
do.
number of things.
Okay.
The first question I'm going to ask you though is, can you describe you, not the poet you, but you, Ericka Floyd, the one that looks back at you in the mirror. Can you describe you in 5 words?
Ooh. Um, Unsure.
Okay.
Let me see. So it's unsure. Um, Jeez. Oh my God. Um, 5 words. I know Stacy hates resilient, but it is that.
Okay.
Um, Survivor.
Okay.
Loyal.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a word for um, maybe survivor is self-preservation. Um,
Mm,
ugh, God, did I say faithful?
no, you didn't.
Okay, so
Loyal
yeah,
and faithful, I mean, they can be two
yeah,
different things, but yeah, they can also be
okay.
the same.
So
Um,
is that five?
that's fine. So you say unsure. You should know I was going to ask. What do you mean by unsure? What are you unsure about? What makes you unsure?
I'm unsure about what I want to be when I grow up. I'm unsure. Um, I'm unsure about as far as the poetry. Because I'm always telling y'all I can't stand you, and I'm being very transparent because y'all are exceptional poetry writers. You two, as well as some other ones, I really put you guys up there because y'all speak a
Wow.
whole different language that I feel like I need a translator at times. Well, especially with Miss Lady. But I'm glad that when we are in the Stays In, that she breaks it down, gives us definitions, examples, and all of that. Actually, so do you. You explain things, what you're looking for when you put these prompts up, so you go above and beyond. Um, and then y'all just make, some of you make me feel lazy because y'all are just all over the place. Um, Sometimes I'm unsure about my judgment, but then again, I am the type of person I try to give you the benefit of the doubt until you prove otherwise. Kind of like the way the judicial system should work, innocent until proven guilty.
I get
So
that.
sometimes I give too much grace, but I think I have said that in a piece once.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got that.
especially in intimate relationships. Not so much so outside because I've been through too much.
Mhm.
And so it's like I'm 60 years old, about to turn 61 in 3 months, and I don't have time for the foolishness. But I will come to my senses after a while. Because I'm unsure too sometimes. Am I listening to the Holy Spirit?
Mhm.
Or is it principalities and powers in high places that are trying to sabotage me because I'm getting very close to a blessing. So then I'm trying to figure
Mhm.
that out. Like,
Right.
which is it? So just trying to be certain that I'm following the right spirit. So, a lot of times I'm unsure
Hmm. I get that.
about a lot of things.
And you really explained that well. And I understand that probably more than most because there's a lot of times I get unsure, especially being around certain people. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I definitely understand that. Um, this journey that you have walked, getting to poetry, what was that like?
That was kind of interesting, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not for others, but for me. And I appreciate the gentlemen that have came in, Ghost Stories and Craven.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in. And Craven, I don't understand him either, but I digress.
Oh yeah, I was gonna speak to them in just a
I think
moment.
he's gonna get on my can't stand list too. And that's a compliment because you don't know me,
He
Mr.
alright.
Smith.
He alright.
But just so I explain myself. As far as the journey, as I have shared with other platforms, my mom passed in 2020,
Okay.
and I felt that she left here too soon, even though she was 75. Still, she had potential to do so many things, and it got me to thinking about my life. You know, whenever you encounter death of someone close to you, you know, you start thinking about your life and like, am I, how much time has I wasted on procrastinating about things? So it just so happened that Moody Black had advertised on Facebook that he would be running the midday open mic, Ain't Right Tribe, but on IG. And I did not have IG. So at the time, my son was 13. And I told him put me on IG. First, he looked at me like I grew another head or something. Like, Mom, what you know about Instagram? Why you on it? Why you want to be on it? But lickety split, he got me on, and I started watching Ain't Right Tribe, and then I was intrigued to, DM Moody a couple of pieces just to get his opinion, and he's like, "You can write." He said, "You need to come on and share."
Mm,
And I was like, "Hell no! It would never, ever, 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 ever come on live." And I finally got wore down, I guess, or caught the bug or whatever. And I said, and I was scared to death, sick to my stomach. And I think it was June or July. I finally said, I'm gonna go ahead and come on. And I came on while Lyrical Thoughts, a poet from St. Louis, was hosting because it was like a part two.
okay.
And there was only her and one other person in the comments. And I spit a piece at that time. And she's like, "You can write. You really could write." And of course, them like other poets was telling me, "You have to keep doing this to try to get used to it." Because I would be scared every single time. But the first time I was sick with it. I was so scared. But that encouragement right there between that moment and then coming on a live that Wits was doing, one that Azar King was doing,
Yeah.
and they were so encouraging, and they said, you need to keep doing this to get used to it. And I still get nervous. I was nervous about the feature tonight, even though I know you guys and we've been in Zooms together before, but I could not sleep. And I was so good and sleepy. I thought I was going to get a nap, and I just kept anticipating, but I got to do this in a few hours. And so I couldn't even rest. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm not even prepared. I don't know what I'm going to read, but I'm sure Angel's going to,
I
ask
got
me
you.
questions, and I'll just, I'm just trying to be myself. So, but
Listen,
it's
I'm gonna
not
make it
as,
easy for you. I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'm not
yeah.
I'm
So,
not gonna just be like, here, do a poem.
yeah. So it's not as bad as it was in the beginning. But bottom line is, I was in fear facing mode in 2020. And ironically, 2020 is perfect vision.
Okay.
So it was apropos for me to come on the scene at that time. And then fast forwarding to December of 2020, it was Kendra, my K Nichelle,
Mm,
that tricked me into doing my first in person on stage um, recite at her birthday party because I did not have a gift. And initially, when she was setting this event up, she the theme was supposed to be, poets. She wanted poets to spit on
right.
on her birthday. And she asked me, "Am I going to spit a piece?" And I said, "No, I don't really want to." And she's like, "Well, you don't have to. You just come." And so I came, and I was about to leave. And I'm, bidding my farewells. And she says, aren't you going to spit a piece before you leave? And I said, you told me I didn't have to. Which means my guard, was down and I was, calm and not nervous because I'm thinking I'm not going to do anything. And then she was like, she gave me that look, kind of like, I don't know what that cat's name is, that they get the big eyes or whatever, and they looking at you and they guilt you into giving them whatever they want. And I'm thinking, I don't have a birthday gift for this child. And so from that point on, between me and her, she is known as my lovingly bossy baby sister in poetry because she can talk me into doing things that I normally would not be comfortable in doing. So I basically grudgingly took the mic. Because I'm like, fine, I didn't bring you a gift,
We
so
all
I'm
need
giving
somebody
you
to
a
give us that
gift.
extra push. We need that in our life.
I'm telling you. So that in a nutshell, and then AJ, of course, um, kept bothering me about when you're going to get a book, when you're going to get a book. So, and now I got a book.
Yes,
So
you do.
that,
And
so
what is the
that
name of your book?
pennies for my thoughts. And I don't know if y'all, wait a minute, where the camera
There
is.
we go. I'm about to say, show us the book. Show us the book.
I'm trying, but it's kind of hard when you have background picture
No.
there. But
Yeah.
that is the book, finally. And it came out in January.
And I just want to say I love the cover because it's different. It catches your eye.
Oh,
Um,
thank
so
you.
yeah, I love the cover of your book. Um, so
My daughter did it, my oldest.
nice.
Since it's my firstborn book, it
Hmm.
was apropos that my firstborn draw the cover.
Okay, so she actually drew the cover. See,
She
that
drew
made
it.
it even more. Yeah.
She drew it, but actually, I got to give credit to Versatile Vixen too, because Versatile Vixen colorized it.
Hmm.
My daughter drew it in pen on composition book, and I showed
Nice.
it to Vixen, and Vixen was like, "I got you," and she started playing around with it, and she colorized it for me.
I love it. I love that. Yeah, I love me some Vixen. She's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, tell
Cheers.
your daughter she did an amazing job.
I
Did
will.
an amazing job. Let's go ahead and get your first piece in.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and break the ice because these good people didn't come to hear me talk all night.
And
Um,
I know they don't want to hear me talk all night.
and y'all, welcome in Ghost, welcome in my brother Big Crave. Who else came in? Michelle. Hey, what's up, Midnight? Welcome in, welcome in. If y'all would like to be a part of the open mic, do this for me. Go ahead and drop me a microphone in the chat. That way I can see it because y'all know I'm blind in my right ear, deaf in my right eye.
I
Um,
didn't know that.
yep, I tell everybody that. So drop me a microphone in the chat. That way I can find it and I don't have to search for it. And then I can add y'all to the open mic list. All right, let's go ahead and get into your first piece.
Okay. This one is not in the book. Quite often, I'm reminded of my mother. My mind meanders in a chorus of memorable expressions, notably etched in the groove of my cerebral cortex, faintly replaying side B, but fickle as I tune into side A. Side A has its moments in vigor, energy, and potential. It is lively and faster in tempo, always hurried, more carefree. But there is something to be said of side B. It is smooth, wise, and appreciate what's important. Just mellow, so it's chill. My ego a bit bruised with side B gaining momentum into my reality, but joyous that I'm not in jeopardy of forgetting the melody of days past. The cliff notes are still accessible, remnants replicating what I thought could not be duplicated yet in its way, sampling my dear mama. With every glance of my reflection, I see her. It's said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yet priceless is the image that appears before me. And although I quietly crave a younger version of what is reflected, my eyes behold her legacy. Oh,
I like that. I like
thank
that.
you.
I like that a lot. I like the way that you did the side A, side B. Um, yeah, this is a very nice poem.
I
Uh,
appreciate
Very
that.
reflective piece. So I enjoyed that. And I've always enjoyed how you read, how you deliver your pieces. You take your time with your pieces. And then your voice is amazing.
Thank you.
Your voice is amazing. So I could listen to you all day. So yeah, I'm gonna need an audio or something. Yeah, yeah. Play me some
Thank you.
affirmations in the morning or something. I'll wake up to that.
I appreciate that. May lull you back to sleep.
It may make me go to sleep because I don't sleep. That's the problem. Like I think I
That.
had one part. Who said that? I've had
Because
1 hour of
we
sleep
really
today.
don't get enough sleep. Neither one of
Yeah,
us.
nah, I don't sleep. This is crazy.
Neither one of us.
Um,
Yeah.
when did you write this piece?
Oh God. And I don't have it on this paper.
It's okay.
Ah, I want to say it was last year because um Dennis helped me with it because he knew as far as the technical how
Mm-hmm.
to do the pictures because there was a picture of myself and my mother, and whenever I said side A it would show her,
Okay.
side B would show me, and you can see where I look a lot like her. And so he also suggested, God, I can't even believe I forgot the name of the song, but the original song that is playing in the background of that post is
Mm-hmm.
one that Tupac had sampled for Dear Mama. And
Mm-hmm.
so it went with that. And Dennis had helped me with that. So he's a collaborator. So it had to be last year because that's when I started seeing him.
Okay. Nice.
So
Nice.
I knew it was that. It was then.
Okay. Um, when you were writing this piece, like when you write any of your pieces, what kind of atmosphere do you normally set for yourself, or do you just go in a corner somewhere and write?
It's normally my bed. Um, I don't sit in here. It's normally my bed because to be quite transparent, I don't have a couch in my living room yet. I
Mm-hmm.
have a church pew. I have these dining chairs, and the TV doesn't work. I had to get rid of that because television repair folks seem to be obsolete. So I couldn't get my TV fixed. So there's no television down here. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm always in my bedroom
Okay.
with the TV that's there. So I may be on my bed writing something, or something comes to me while I'm out and about. I'll dictate it on my memo and come back to it. That's how I wrote my tree piece. I was walking. That's when I could walk 3 miles,
Mm-hmm.
But that was a few years back that I wrote that piece. It
Okay.
just depends. And then it depends on my mood. If somebody pissed me off, then that may that may provoke a piece to come out. You know how that goes when somebody really provokes you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I have a few of those. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So no, I definitely get it. We write through emotion, write through experiences. And then we write just because sometimes it hit us. So yeah, I get that. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into your next two pieces. We're gonna do two, whatever two you decide to do. Whether you want to do something out of your book or something that that's not in your book, that's fine. But let's get into your next two pieces.
Okay. Because I don't remember how this goes. So this is due to you. I saw them do it. Survival. A skill acquired yet didn't know to ask for. If someone quizzed me and asked me, what do you think should be a crucial necessity as we exit the womb? I never would have fathomed what that should be until this very moment. I'm in constant survival mode, and I'm not alone. We're trying to make it day by day in hunger games like fashion, wrestling against principalities and powers in order to make the best decisions for ourselves, for the best outcome. This struggle to not allow what others do to dictate our reactions. This struggle to let it go. This facade of, I got this. This holding on to faith, just freaking holding on from one day to the next, holding on for the sake of loved ones, holding on to prove your haters wrong. My mother and generations before her surviving the worst of times. Not unlike a Good Times episode when there was hardly anything good about that series, a bald faced lie they wanted you to believe. Like Black people were okay scratching and surviving. Not. But it was the hand that most of us were dealt. And I'm still in my journey of scratching and surviving heartbreaks, financial challenges, navigating different types of relationships, praying for discernment often, trying not to repeat past errors, still on the mend for my healing from previous hurts, still about my adulting. So I thank God and my mommy for my survival skills. Poem. So let's see here. So you said I got one more I need to read. Let's see if I can find the page. I don't remember what page it's on.
Y'all
Then again, I
definitely
may
throw up
just,
those emojis. Show us some love.
I appreciate you spending time with me when y'all could have been doing something else. Let me see here. I can't find that piece. Maybe I need to read something else. Okay, it's page 73. And I know that Stacy has heard this before, but just to read something from the book, I'm going to try to find If Trees Could Speak, since it was my first published poem in an anthology. I think about the trees. I think about how they are used ironically as metaphors for family, how generations exist according to their roots, how branches are considered extensions of the bloodline. I think about the literal purpose of them, which is to help us breathe, and how that conflicts with their history, a history which assisted in taking breath away from so many. A history, I'm sure even the trees, being a living thing, never fathom this use of them. I think about how they were an unwilling accessory to so many crimes, crimes against humanity, so sick that the sap has been overflowing continuously from generation to generation, repeatedly. How they were repurposed as a tool for crucifixion, for those to hang and die by asphyxiation, forcefully destined as a prop in the demise of Christ, while longingly awaiting their new role per revelation as the tree of life. How they were used to build ships that brought precious cargo to a strange land, and later laden with strange fruit by the hands of evil man, like ornaments on a Christmas tree. Do you suppose the trees suffer from tree TSD? Could the trauma been passed deep down to the roots of so many, with no option of therapy? So overwrought in their misery, their times of torment were plenty. Possibly the urge to take their own lives in order to not be accomplices anymore. It's no surprise that some ended up petrified because of their participation before. Perhaps that is what causes some of them to shrivel up and die. No wondering why. I'm amazed at the resiliency, regardless of generational trauma, that many overcome. Perhaps those are the stronger ones. They continue to bloom despite the torment that must consume them with gloom. That they low key throw shade on their abusers during heinous acts, such as hangings and, of course, picnics that are packed as spectators are eager for the attacks for their amusement, but provided a blanket of cover over the abused, and perhaps the leaves are recording these acts as the cell phones are currently, but with no way of exposing the proof. How they were transformed and later transcribed on in regards to inhumane laws. How their cousins were later intertwined as instruments of discipline and, ironically, used by the very descendants of whom died by them. How they're morphed into currency, which the love of this is considered the root of all evil currently. How not enough of it could adversely cause the destruction of self. I think about the stories they could tell, the secrets they could share from those roots that have preceded them. If trees could speak. Poem.
I can definitely see why she loves that poem. Wow, that's a powerful.
Thank you.
Um, that is for me what poetry should be about. That for me is what storytellers do, griots do.
Mm.
We pass
Thank you.
down not just knowledge and whatnot, but we pass down history. And you spoke, you gave feeling to what most people walk by every day and never think about.
I appreciate that. I love trees though. That's why I just love trees. They can't help what they had to take part in. And I just feel bad. They are a living
Yeah,
thing.
most definitely. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, that's a powerful piece. I enjoy both of those pieces. Y'all show Miss Ericka Floyd some love for those. Um, I wanted to ask you,
Mm.
what's that about? Wait.
Ah. All right. Right. What you want to ask me?
Oh my goodness.
I'm
No, I
scared. I'm so
remember what you
scared.
said before when I interviewed, I think it was Miss Lady. You was like, oh, look, I do not want to be in that seat.
God.
Oh,
You asked me to give you 5 words to describe me, and that was even difficult. I was not expecting that. But anyway.
hold on. Let me see. I was trying to get two people say they were in the waiting area, Miss Stacy. I don't know.
Oh,
Let's see. Uh, Devlin and Triple P. They wanted to come in and hear you. Let me see. Let me see. Go out and
yeah, yeah, no.
okay. I told her to go out and come back in. Maybe that's what it is. Um, she made me
Hmm.
forget what I was about to ask you. See that? See that? See that? Okay,
That's good. That's good. Although we could
that's all
just
right.
go into the open
Cause
mic then,
look, look,
and we could
look.
come back. We can what they call
I,
it, go
I'm gonna
around the
get to.
corner,
I'm gonna get
circle
to
back.
them. Yeah, I'm gonna get to them. But hold on, cause I wanted to ask you this.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that was. Y'all know I have squirrel moments, so I forget. It was on my mind, and then I got a message. I was like, oh dang. Um,
Spoil moments. Whew.
do you think? Do you think? Because I was listening to you right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not listening to you right, but I was listening to your words.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think poetry can exist without emotion, without feelings?
No, at least not with me.
Okay. And why is that?
It was emotion that drew me to write it in the first place. And you know, it provoked it.
Yeah.
It provoked it to come out. Because even with the last can't even speak. With the last piece that I read, that one, crazy enough, I was walking, getting exercise, and there's a lot of trees on the church campus.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beautiful because it was giving me shade in that heat, and I just, as I said, I think about the trees, and I'm thinking, and every time a concept, a line would come to me, I dictate it. I turn my music off for a minute, go to the memo, dictate it, and then keep walking. Then another line, I dictate it because I'm like, when I get home, I'll try to get everything in order, get it to flow. That's why I said it just depends, as far as how or when I get inspired to write something. So it's emotion for me for real. I can't speak for anybody else because otherwise it's just gonna sound like monotone lines if there's no emotion for me,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you know. So no, there's some emotion behind my stuff.
And last question I'm gonna ask you for now, and then I'm gonna get to a couple of people for the open mic. Um, what scares you most about writing your truth?
Hmm. I don't know if I'm gonna answer that correctly.
There's no
Um,
wrong or no wrong or incorrect answer.
what scares me the most?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, this is the thing. When I'm writing my truth, you have the power to censor what you put out there. So I do kind of police myself. And then um, if I was going to be totally well, no, maybe I should tell you this in private. But your prompts,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're a fly in my bedroom. It's like you hear and see everything. And that's why I was telling you sometimes I believe God is using you to communicate. Well, God does use different people to communicate to me about things that are going on, either with me or in my head, because your prompts were crazy, like in my life. And I'm trying not to, because of who I deal with,
Yeah.
not expose them. So I have to be very careful. And then I have to find something else or some other prompt to do so I'm not exposing my business. So I guess that would be what I try to be very careful and discreet about what's going on in my life. So sometimes I can't share that because then somebody else is going to get offended, in which they should be, because certain things in your life are supposed to be private and be between you and that person.
Yeah.
And I see a lot on Facebook, there be drama going on and people just go ahead and let it rip. And I'm like, I can't do that because you
Because
can't
some
come
people
back from that. But as far
exactly.
as, yeah, because you
And
can't
that's
come back
because
from
some
that.
people don't know where to put the limits. Eh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that would be the only thing, is just to make sure that I am discreet if there's someone else involved. And then there's certain things that I don't share with people. And so with writing, and even in one of my pieces, which is in my book, that I talked about things that I went through and how I can edit and change things.
Mm,
So we have the power as the writers to edit whatever we feel we're going to be concerned about. So other than that, the only other thing that I would be concerned about is if people will think my baby is precious and cute, like I said about my book when it first
yeah.
came out. Are they going to like my baby? Are they going to say my baby looks like a Martian, or it's ugly, or whatever?
Yeah.
You want people to accept what you say. Hopefully they won't get offended. But
Yeah.
if not, they can stop listening or just don't read it anymore
This is very true.
because I'm
This is very,
grown. At this point, I'm grown, and I don't set out to hurt anybody or hurt their feelings. This is about me. This is my journey. So,
Well, I want you to sit back, take a short break. Again, if y'all want to join the open mic, please drop a microphone in the chat so I can actually see it. And also, if you would like to donate to the Tesoro's Flow, there's a email in the chat right now so that you can do so through PayPal. 90% of what's donated tonight will go to Miss Ericka Floyd. The other 10% goes back into Tesoro. But 90% goes to Miss Ericka. So y'all, let's help give her something for her time. Even if it's $1, $5, anything, I'm sure she will just be grateful for anything you send her way. So if you're able to do that, please do that. All right. So we're gonna jump into this open mic. And hey, Shaggy, what's up, friend? Um, let's see. I have Midnight. Are you there, Midnight? Are you ready?
Hey, how you doing, Angel Kim?
I am good. I am good. And hey, Alexandra, I didn't see you come in. How you doing, love? Leah, welcome, welcome, welcome. You have the mic. You have the mic. Show Miss Erica some love and then take it away.
Well, first off, let's make sure that you can hear me. My phone is trying to act a fool.
All right, you coming in nice and clear.
Wonderful. Erica, your work is phenomenal, and I really enjoyed myself. I don't know if you saw me, scrolling and throwing up the hearts and the emojis, but great work. And my pleasure to join you guys this evening. And without further ado, I love the rain. Hearing those droplets creating gentle melodies, washing my spirit, baptizing my heart, calming and comforting my soul. This transfers to my love for music. Thousands of songs give homage to rain, some which freed me to wash my brokenness while standing outside, face up, mixing with my tears, crying openly, clearing my mental agony. Tears, tears, falling down like the rain. Tears, tears, another heart knows my pain. Tears, tears, falling down like the rain. Tears, tears, another heart knows my pain. Currently, where I sit, I'm watching rain clouds, awaiting my old friend, the rain, that precipitation, making my pen open, the sights and sounds on the mental, music making rhythms, songs, writing with my heart, listening, liberated, feeling emotional, surrounded by gentle melodies. Peace, peace, falling down like the rain. Tears, tears, another heart knows my pain. Now, I don't have to hide my eyes. And those tears become a good cry. Lyrically yours, Midnight Renaissance.
Thank
no,
you.
that was gorgeous. I love that.
Yes, I haven't heard that one. I have not heard that one. That was beautifully done. Y'all show Midnight some love. Show us some love. Um, and y'all don't have to be quiet up in here. Y'all can come off the mic. Hey, Triple P, I see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you finally made it in. I know Dev was having some issues. If you want to join the open mic, just drop a microphone in the chat. Um, up next, I have the one, the only, the one who drops mics and is crazy mad with words. Miss Lady, are you there?
No, no, I am not. I am not here. You ain't asking the question I put in the chat.
I'm gonna let you ask her. That's I'm about to tell you. Gonna ask your
I'm
question.
just saying, like, when you was asking questions, I want to know why she hate us. It was a joke. It was a joke. My Brooklyn sister. I'm chilling tonight, so I'm gonna be off camera because just cause. Congratulations, my sister. I love your work. I mean, I could just say I hate it, but you know what I mean. I'm
I
not gonna.
appreciate you. Yeah, because y'all are very intimidating. That's why I'd be like,
We
I
are
can't
not.
stand them. Yes, you are.
I don't know why she be
And
right there with us.
I
Like,
know what.
see,
She be kicking our behinds on the app. Speaking of which,
man,
you want to check your text, uh, Angel Kim.
I got you. I got you.
Okay. All right. So I figured since she was over there blazing trails and setting fire to the stage that I would do my new piece that I did. I think I did this in Miss Nita's room. I think
Okay.
yeah, I think it was Everything Holy as Hell. Is that I did that one? Is that the night I did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So this was to the prompt that she had in that room. Everything Holy is Held is what I called this piece. This for you, Brooklyn sister over there. You're gonna stop talking about how much you hate us because we love you. Okay. You make me feel like a sticky pistol leaning into a statement. Before language, there was yellow. Not the color, the appetite beneath the color, that first bright trespass when sunlight learned it could enter matter and matter would open. I heard my name pronounced by chlorophyll. Softly, wrong, almost tender, the light bent strange, the room forgot which century it belonged to. Somewhere inside the flower, a hidden mechanism clicked. Something opened that had no business opening. Everything holy is held by heat, hunger, held by the invisible hand inside becoming. Then the flowers did something impossible. They looked back into me, and I understood. I had never been untouched, only untranslated. You make me feel like splendor in the grass while we're rolling. The field has been lying to us. It only looks still. Underneath, 10 million green mouths are rehearsing resurrection. Every blade is a blade. Roots, conspiracy. Each seed is a small black prophecy waiting for permission to become impossible. I lay there, and the earth began reading me accurately, like it had found an old scripture buried beneath my name and decided tonight was the night to speak it out loud. Everything holy is listening. The soil listened. As the air listened, even the shadows stopped obeying the furniture. Afternoon appeared in the wrong places. My name loosened from its human shape. I became less sentence, more weather, less woman, more warning, less body, and more door. Damn, skip it, baby. You make me feel like the Amazon's running between my eyes. There are rivers older than memory, rivers that do not carry water, that carry instructions. The ocean reads them, storms obey them, whole civilizations rise because a current whispered, yes. I think desire is One of those rivers, not wanting, older, not longing, lower, something that remembers us from before we became human. Something slightly wet with creation and maybe furious with God. Something that does not ask where the boundary is because it was born before boundaries. Everything holy is remembering. Maybe Eden was not a garden. Eden was the first moment consciousness realized it could be touched. Everything since then has been fallout, fruit, fever, names we gave each other because the original sound would have broken our mouths. And now, oh, now the door is opening. The field, the river, the flower is inside the room. The thing I called desire has removed its mask. Everything holy is already inside the room, and maybe I am tired of pretending I am the exception. And you would open the door and tie me up to the bed. Mic drop. BK in the house. What?
Oh, that's definitely a mic
Yes.
drop.
Yes. Brooklyn in the house.
That is definitely a mic drop. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm glad I got to hear that again. Y'all show Miss Lady some love because she be doing what? Dropping them mics, burning down stages, creating universes, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, all right. We're going to keep this going because up next, we got a treat. We got the one, the only man who commands a stage and his presence takes over no matter what mic he grabs. None other than who? Big Crave.
I
Just
hope y'all can hear me.
yeah.
Peace and love. Let's do a via, AK Miss Lady. First of all, Lux and Tenebris Coast. I want to know, Miss Floyd, how did I, get on your list as somebody you can't stand? So I don't even know what I done. First of all, um, second of
Your
all,
egg for yeah, because I can't understand you. I'm like, where is he coming up with this stuff?
oh man, I guess, uh, I guess this poem is for the insights and delights. But shout out East New York, Hegeman and Bristol, uh, Buffalo, Dean, Pacific, all through there. That's my childhood. You know what I mean? Some of my childhood. East New York, Linden Boulevard. Oh man, 10 to 60, Rockaway, Sutter, all of that. So
Yeah, I used to live on Eldridge Lane between Sutter and Linden Boulevard was the
yeah,
last address.
I know exactly what I said.
Across from the pink houses.
Yes, pink houses. You already know. Had
Wait,
to trade
that
that
was
back
my
then. But
that was
anyway,
my old stomping ground.
anyway.
Let's go.
Anyway, that was the spot to be. Pink champels and trade bags. I'm telling my age, but anyway, um, this poem right here is called Mesial Riddles, and this expression of a person and a man who needs to be two places at one time, but you know, he's a man. Let's put it like that. He's an honorable man. But anyway, I see it in passion, an idea of what has become real. If a circumstance becomes a second of risking it all, I see you there as a moment, like snowflakes that live only if the conditions and temperature is right. Jumping brooms on parables that I have deeper meanings, sitting across from a seat that has a mind of its own, traveling incognito. It uses glances that I read, smiles that are inviting but guarded. Conversations are like well springs, and I just listened, hoping for a caress of wisdom. Consolation comes in reason and insanity. It's between a minefield of dreams that I secluded, holding character to a fault, living the best version of myself as if it was my funny Valentine. My coming Valentine, staring at Mona Lisas in virtual reality. A Rembrandt of things I never knew. It cooks different, thinks in thunderstorms, plays with analytics. Businesses turn into greeting cards read as lectures. And it drives a Subaru with the constellations on its grill. Headlights are scriptures that read a biblical text. On that liberty bibbity payment for only what I need, giving me one reason to stay here so I can turn back around. And those Dick Tracy's laugh like Charlie Chaplin in sync, and my brilliance is defined by your beauty. An attraction of pheromones, ears intending for higher. No acting, backing, capture that should be rapture. Texture endures through sentences spoken in silhouettes composed in my iris and retina. It says, come inscribe. It waits and doesn't ask for permission. It leaks of no validation, needed perpetual as its prey, ready to be conquered and cornered and a willing to submission and then opening up his belongings right there. And it soars many moons from here like patterns of a moth, irrational like free radicals searching for a host. And I never seen it smile until recently. As if I wanted a post office box, but I'm greedy. And I guess I'll keep that in the sixth dimension and wrap between 5 and 7 flavors of a sauce that is forbidden before G clefs, sheets of music at the OK Corral, running after a gate that never opens, riding the horse to living water, carriers of my burdens in consciousness again, away from stagnant processes, and to be honest, with expansion statements that launched while they land in soil. Oh, if I ever get next to it, I'll finger it on like a upside down exclamation mark, left egg plugs, right one's judge, have altitude in lift. And the wind shears nosedive itself into intellects of animations that I need not taste. Cursive, leaning, and my Henry David makes my day thorough. With seeds like pancake edges, with the maple whispers of the slightest bite of salinity devoured at the exact time that parallel universes meet. Maybe it's scriptura, where the written record and inscriptions of desire tell on me. They jockey for positions, pretending that I'm not at that burning bush and it never consumes itself. It's preserved in a testimony, a revelation, a glance of what already happened and never came to be. So I will harvest vows, anxiously awakened in the trial where I plead not guilty, still investing in consonants and trading in that company until it spells its name on my soul. Sounds that sound together with that sound every time it's around. And finally, it says, watch for the promise. And by that time that atonement arrived, it became perfect, not lacking. It turns into patience, imprisoned by its own possession. And when I opened the book, it exclaimed, I want to tell you, baby, the changes I've been going through. Missing you, oh, till you come back to me. I don't know what I am gonna do. You look for me to be yours. You want my love, but you're on the road. Don't you remember me? Riddles, Mezio. So let's do a via. Big Crave. I'll back if you heard something.
Mhm. You got me over here fumbling with buttons. I'm like, what? Ah, classic storytelling, classic storytelling. Y'all give Big Brave some love. And that's why I say this is a treat, a pure treat. Absolutely love the work, and how you weave in music with your pieces and just bring them to life. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Let me make sure. I didn't see any other microphones. I know we have some poets here. If you would like to join the open mic, you can come off mic now. Let me know. Going once, going twice, three times a lady. Okay. All right. Well, Miss Ericka, I guess I wouldn't be right if I didn't share a poem with you, right?
Oh, please do.
Anything in particular you would like to hear?
Your voice. That's it.
I'm screaming. I'm screaming.
Your voice. Oh my God.
Hmm. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. Um. hmm. Y'all, I wasn't prepared. I guess I should have been more prepared. I'll give you this one because this is something I have been working on, and yeah, I haven't done it in a minute. So let's go. I want everybody to do this for me. I want you to take your right hand, place it over your chest, and we're gonna take a deep breath in, and we're gonna hold it. I'm gonna count to three. Are you ready? Here we go. Take a deep breath in, hold it, hold it, hold it. Now release slowly. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in, hold it, hold it, hold it. Now release. I learned early how to breathe without taking up space. Chest rising and falling just enough to survive, never enough to be seen. I mastered the art of swallowing strength, kind that keeps you standing while everything inside you is screaming for oxygen. I've held my breath in conversations, in relationships, in rooms where relief was promised but never delivered. I've carried expectations in my lungs until every inhale felt like a debt owed to people who mistook my endurance for permission. I stayed upright on borrowed composure, teeth clenched, bargaining with air, calling it faith while my body kept receipts of wrongdoings until I couldn't hold them anymore. Do you know what it's like to hold on to things so long your fingers start bleeding? I do. Because I swallowed grief so often, it learned my name. It moved itself behind my ribs without ever asking permission, and I had to make space for it. It unpacked itself in my chest. It stacked sorrow beside my heartbeat. It labeled every inhale survival and every exhale an apology. So I had to pray. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. I prayed for mercy. I prayed for hope, hoping heaven would hear my cry. I just wanted God to hear me, and I wanted to ask Him for room to live inside the promise He made for me, inside the life He said that would be mine. And you know what happened? God answered. He answered, and my body stopped negotiating with outside elements. It stopped holding what my spirit was refusing to carry. It stopped confusing the tension that I was holding on to with purpose. It stopped surviving as a single personality trait. so that I could stop rationing with air to give up to keep others comfortable. And that's why I can sit here, tell you with my shoulders finally lowered, no longer in defense, no longer begging to exist in a world that will swallow me whole. I let go. I let go. That's the reason. I let go without explaining why. I didn't want my last breath to feel like just another burden carried from holding back from living. I realized my breath didn't belong to anybody else but me. So remember this: the next time you feel overwhelmed, breathe. Because some of you need to do the same thing I did. Some of you need to reclaim your breath. And you can only do that by letting go. So for one more time, place your right hand on your chest, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it, and release. And when you release, I need you to release all the things that have been holding you back, all the things that make you feel stuck. Release all the things that make you feel like you're running in circles, all the things that you've been carrying that didn't belong to you, only because you felt obligated to. Release them. Release all the tension that's built up inside you from outside pressure, because pressure can only make you explode inside. I need you to release the pain from past traumas that you continue to let consume your thoughts and give you those nightmares. I need you to release the grief that's been clinging to your lungs because you're afraid you'll forget their memory if you let go. Release and breathe. Release and breathe. And the last thing I need you to do is always remember loving yourself is an action. So take care of yourself to the best of your ability, because no one can love you better than you can. Now release so that you can breathe, so that you can finally live. And that's a taste of something.
Loved it. Especially the interactive read, where you participate. You get audience participation. I love that.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. I think that's needed in today's world.
Absolutely.
So that is my gift. With that being said, once again, I did have a donation come in. I'll have to send it in to the email we have, because they didn't have a way to do that through PayPal. So I'll send it into PayPal myself, Miss Stacy. So we did get a $20 donation coming from Midnight. So thank you.
God
Yeah.
bless you, sweetie. Thank you.
Yes, yes. And if anybody else would like to donate, please, please, please donate. The link is in the chat. 90% goes to our poet, our featured poet, and 10% goes to Tesoro.
Who was that? And if you guys are interested in a book, which I hope you are, I got books here. You could always DM me and I'll let you know how to get a book. You can set that up.
Yes, I was going to tell you, if you have that book link, please drop it in the chat. And we're going to get back to our feature. So, Miss
Okay.
Ericka, what's the next piece you got for us, love?
Oh boy. That's a good question because I didn't know what I was going to read. You talking about you were unprepared. Um, because I forgot how things go. I guess it's similar to some of the other ones. I guess I will read this. This one's not in the book. This one is titled Singing Through My Pain. I've always loved music and all that it encompasses: singing, dancing, how the instruments interact with each other, the various genres, giving us a smorgasbord for our moods, since they're ever changing. And through their consummation, they bring forth so many offspring that, unlike us, are immortal once born. I would love to believe that most of us live in the purpose of our gifts, but sometimes life has its curves and unexpected challenges. Sometimes, without provocation, we're targeted, and sometimes the consequences of that is tragic, forcing you to reinvent yourself to keep you from completely losing your mind. I'd like to believe that we all have a gift that we are to impart on society, something to validate our existence, to encourage our journey to continue on. In my journey, I lost the ability to work in gifts I thought I could keep. Anatomy no longer agreeable to what my brain commands. My voice no longer can follow the choreography of notes of past altos. So I had to change dance partners through my pen. It is now the tune that sings for me. For I am persuaded, for any good gift I embody, to leave its footprint long after I'm gone home. So this one,
Oh, I love it. I just had to say that. Yes, ma'am. All right, let's go.
thank
Keep going.
you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no, no.
So
You're
this
fine.
one is in the book. Let me see here. Let's see, is this more than one page? Yes, it is. Just got to prepare myself. So this one is titled New Wine. It is on page 49 of my book. Throughout my life, I have traveled to many a destination, made great efforts in preparation for those excursions, not really sure what the expectation would be, always hoping for the best, more than just I survived on this test, just hoping my careful planning wouldn't be lacking. But more often than not, I end up overpacking, bringing an assortment of past hurts that stayed hidden in the back of the closet, thinking I would need to put on fear, mistrust, lack of faith. I thought as much, just in case. Packed in old baggage that should have been given to Goodwill or perhaps Miracle Hill. I'm still trying to wear some of those outfits, knowing deep down they're never going to fit in my current state. That is no longer in season. There's no justifiable reason except to say it was a habit I grew comfortable in. But the word says you can't pour new wine into old wineskin. So the only option is to give myself time to plan better, to get myself together, get appropriate attire for the weather, and buy new luggage, ridding these with torn leather. Life is meant to be lived. So I'll unpack these adjectives because carrying around that baggage was wearing my nerves thin. So, with that, I'm determined no more new wine in old wineskin. So, that is that piece. Let me see. I'll read this one. So, this one is called Time is on a Mission, and it's on page 42 of my book. What can I say about time? It has a schedule to keep, So take care how you use it as it marches on because you'll reap. It can't be recycled, so don't waste it. It is impatient. It is determined in its progression, and although we often procrastinate, it won't be late. It is focused on its mission. It's an investment, whether a loss or an asset. You will benefit from how you spend it. It's costly, expensive, in fact, because no matter how hard you try, it's the one thing you can't get back. It's reliable because it comes through with regularity and never overstays its welcome, having you wanting more, begging for an encore. Yet it's inflexible in giving that form of charity. It won't be erased like voicemail or delayed like a text saying, "Can't talk now. Can I call you later?" FaceTime, it demands. We are at its command. So you will catch these hands of time like clockwork on cue to old lang syne poem. Angel must have thought I would be reading longer. So that is three pieces.
No, my dogs are going crazy back here.
Okay.
I
God,
didn't
how
want to
many
come off mic.
dogs do you have?
I have two puppies, big puppies.
Okay.
But yeah, every time somebody comes in and out the house,
Mhm.
they go crazy because they like people coming in and out the house. So somebody was
Okay.
coming in, and so that's when they started going off. I was like, wait, wait. So yeah, I just didn't want them going off while you.
Okay. I got you, and I appreciate that.
No, most definitely. But yeah, those are my two big babies. Uh, Ironically, they're named after one of my favorite poets, Lyric Hunter. So I have Lyric and I have Hunter.
Okay.
So they are poetry.
My goodness.
Um, so I really enjoyed those pieces. I did get to hear those pieces. They weren't barking through the pieces, but really,
Well, that makes me feel better.
yes, no, I heard your pieces. Oh, then that's why I came off the mic. I was like, oh, yep, I love that one. Um,
Oh my God.
there's something
Thank
I
you.
wanted to ask you. Look, me and my squirrel moments again. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for you,
Mm-hmm.
what would make a poem timeless?
I guess if I was to since this is impromptu answer. Timeless would be relevancy.
Okay.
If it's still relevant even now, and I wrote it a few years ago, then yes. And I guess it means the same thing, timeless, relevant. Um, yeah, that
Something that if you say it today and then 10 years down the line, it still
it's
holds. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, I get that. Um,
And hopefully it won't be anything bad.
oh no.
But then, I had wrote a piece about number 45 and he ended up being number 47. So that one, for example, was still relevant, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately. And that was gonna be my next question. Do you feel like you have a timeless piece? So yeah, number 45, I think is gonna be relevant for a while. Um, in a poem,
hmm
what does silence mean to you?
In
Whether
a
it's
poem?
spoken or spoken. What does silence mean to you?
In a poem. I'm not sure if I know how to, and I'm just being real. How
Mhm.
do I describe silence? Because I know silence can mean a lot of things. It could mean
Yeah.
that you're contemplating your next move. I know in a relationship, it's like, okay. If I get silent, it's like I have said something over and over again and you didn't hear me.
Mm,
So, okay, let me see here if this gets your attention.
that's true.
Or even old school parenting. If you had a parent that gave you the grace to keep fussing at you about the same thing, and then it gets eerily quiet,
Hmm.
you know the beating or something is about to happen. It's about to happen. So, yeah, yeah, and you don't really want me thinking about things. I'm a Virgo.
Oh well, let's lighten this because I like fun questions too, and I know you over there like if she don't ask me some other than these questions right here. So I always throw fun questions in there, right?
Okay.
All right. So here's one: if you had to describe you as a character in a movie or a TV show, what character would you represent and why? What type of movie would it be, or what
Oh
type
boy.
of show would it be? And then who would you be in that particular movie or show?
That's interesting because there's so many that I'm discovering about myself.
Mhm.
Initially, I would have been like, had it been like a sitcom,
Okay.
I would have been Sinclair James.
Ooh. Okay. And why is
Um,
that?
because a lot of times, or at least even up to this point, because people will tell me I'm hilarious.
Okay.
Now, if I had to do stand up, I probably couldn't say anything funny, but I guess it's for the most part because I try to laugh to keep from crying because I go through so much crap or I've been through so much in my life. So I try to find some levity at some point in my life because I know that we get 24 hours in a day.
Mhm.
And I know for me to wallow in my trauma or whatever, it's not going to do any good. If I can't change it, then what can I do? So I try to find something to smile about. Or I joke around with it or whatever, just to give you an example. When I showed up for I guess it was Central Saturdays. You
Yeah.
know, the Honey Drippers had
In
something in
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
yeah, almost 3 weeks ago. And while Eros uh was spitting, I fell and hurt my knee.
No.
And
You
and
ain't trying to see
so
him.
so I was embarrassed. Paul Cram had to pick me up. Paul Cram and Darnario picked me up off the floor. And when Arrows came back there, I was grateful that a lot of people didn't know I fell because it was in the back.
Okay.
But I basically said to him that your your set had me falling out.
Yeah, so I say you ain't
And
trying.
so that's what I said to him, even though I could have took it as I'm so embarrassed. I fell back here thinking everybody saw me, but I made light of it. And even he had to like stifle a laugh for a minute. And I said, okay, it's okay. It's kind of funny. You know, what can I do? I
Yeah.
was in pain. My knee was still bothering me, but you know, I stayed until it was over. You
How's your knee
know,
now? Is your knee okay now?
it's still kind of sore, but they said it nothing is broken.
Okay.
But the other part of me, as I was saying before, even though that's not so lighthearted, there is a movie called Send Help that came out recently, and I saw
Yes. I love that movie. I love that movie.
that would have been me, with the exception of her killing the fiance. Because and I had told somebody else, I said I can relate to that because people will keep messing with you and they don't understand. You don't mess with quiet people. Leave them alone.
Leave them
Don't
alone.
bother them because it's just all built up with them trying to be, even kill all the time. And now, the mind has gotten diabolical with some things.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that is like, just don't loosen the kraken.
Yeah. That's true.
Because for most part, I'm not a confrontational person. I'm about peace. I pray and this, that, and the third, and I give a lot of grace. But please, please don't do evil unto me unprovoked. I'm concerned. That's why I gotta stay prayed up that I don't come out of character. So it's a mixture of that between Sinclair and that side. So like,
Oh my goodness. Yes. That would be diabolical, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I like
that's
it. So if you could collab with another writer who
hmm
has a completely different writing style than you,
ooh.
who would that be?
Hmm. Completely different writing style.
Mhm.
That's a great question. Ugh.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
I'm trying to think who has a different writing style because at one time I had asked you long time ago. I said I wouldn't mind, but I don't know if it's completely different. I know it is definitely on a elite scale. I'm
Oh.
trying to think who has a different.
So I'll give you an example. I
Mm.
have a couple of collabs with Triple P, and he and I have two different writing styles altogether, but I love them. Um,
I've done it with I've done it with an MA. MA to me is different.
that's
He
true.
thinks yeah. So I have done it with him already, but I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else? Triple P. I want to say there may have been a piece or two, not that I can draw from it right now. I recognize his music background because I told him, I don't care. You don't have to put your name anywhere on it. I know it's yours
Yeah,
because I can
he's
read
another
it and
unicorn.
there's a rhythm. There's a rhythm
Hmm.
to it. So I know his work. But I'm trying to think who has one that is definitely different. I know I couldn't work with Black Chakra. He's definitely different. It would be
Oh my
have to
God.
be somebody that has a lot of wordplay and bars, I guess. And I'm trying to think of somebody. Um,
I mean, you got a couple of Tesoro sisters.
I'm trying to think different writing styles. Yeah, but because besides you, I guess it would have to be Miss Lady because I can't write like her. I don't write like her. I'm trying to think. Is
Oh my
anybody
gosh,
else?
I'd love to write with you. Let's do it.
My God, there's so many people. And then I liked what is it, T Spirit from
Ah, yeah, I love me some T Spirit.
yeah, she's great.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very impactful poet. Very impactful.
There's so many of you guys that write so well. Oh yeah, and Rare Epiphany, my God.
Oh, she's another unicorn. Yep.
I cannot. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mess with her. I can't stand her either. And she's like, she's gonna kick my tail when she see me, but she's gonna feed me too when she see me. So
If
yes.
you, I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions
Okay.
because I don't want to hold people too long. But if you could go back in time,
Mm-hmm.
what era of time would that be, and why?
Oh, I had wrote a whole poem about that. That's in my book. Actually, 1970s.
See, the 70s. Why is that?
Because that's when and actually that's how I ended the piece because that is when a lot of my relatives, especially my mom, was still alive.
Ah, nice. I like that. I like that.
Yeah. When the
Um,
ice cream cones was just 25 cents, etc. I wrote it all in that piece. That was kind of a memoir or whatever piece, like going down memory
I
lane.
remember when ice cream was cheap, cheap, and penny
A
candy.
quarter and penny candy. I wrote about that.
I used to go to the corner store and buy all the penny and 5 cent candy, and then go to school and sell it, and then get in trouble for it. Yeah. My last question. My last question.
Mm, mm,
If this was your last chance to send a message to young Black girls,
mm.
what would that message be to them?
There's some people probably gonna hate me in this Zoom. And I've been thinking about trying to write a piece, but write it in a way where it just makes people think and not necessarily offend them. But then again, you cannot please everyone. Um, my issue, and maybe it's old fashioned, but I have somewhat of an issue with why do young, beautiful women have to expose themselves to be fashionable? Um, Even like on the red carpet. And I like what is it, Tayana? But I
Breonna
noticed that
Taylor.
everything that she puts on, she's half naked. And I'm like, if people think about it, at least it's depicted in movies and films, because I hadn't been here hundreds of years ago when they were slaves.
Mhm.
This is how we would be on the auction block. We're
Yep.
showing everything.
Yep.
And that's what it makes me think of. I'm like, so now you're doing it, of course, you're doing it by choice, but still, I can't help but go back there. It brings me back there to a negative time where this is what you did. You showed off. You had to show their physique and everything. I guess if they were could had the hips to make babies, they did,
They checked it off.
they, have them strip, maybe show their breast and everything. And I'm like, but now you guys are walking around here. Fashion is showing you basically in lingerie. This is not a dress. You can see things. You can see
You
through the
know,
dress. You got your boobs and nipples and everything. And I'm like, why? But then the men got on suit jackets or whatever. Then I'm confused. I'm like, what is the temperature? Is it air conditioned or is it warm? Because you got the woman in less clothes, but you got the men in more clothes. So, I mean, like I said, there's probably somebody that's gonna be mad at me like they were with Monique in the bonnet. But I'm like, y'all really don't. I want people to see your gift, not what you're packaging. We want to focus on your acting ability, your singing ability. Why you got to be half naked up here?
well, they look at it like sex sells. And this is why our young girls do that because they see celebrities do that. Um, and this is why you have so many with self-esteem issues because then you got people with the bodies like Tiana Taylor, with like Beyonce, like some of these other ones, and they're killing themselves trying to get the body.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but it
It
just puts
definitely,
me in mind of the auction block. I'm like,
yeah.
okay, you are basically feeding into what they have always shown us to be, and it shouldn't be that way because I see it more so with our race than with any other. We always have naked.
Have you written
So,
about this?
not yet.
So your
I'm
prompt is,
trying to figure out how to do this
it's okay.
where it's not and I guess that goes back to the question where you say something about fear as far as my poetry, what would I
Mhm.
be afraid of? I guess offending some folks and they be like, oh, because you got a lot of poets out here that they dress provocatively when they go out.
And that's
And
okay.
like the boobs about to fall out of the shirt and everything.
And then they wonder why they're
and
sexualized.
I love them, but I'm like, because
So,
even when I was smaller, I didn't dress like that. And I used to be a gym rat for real, cut up and everything, be in great shape. But I've always been sort of conservative.
yeah. So your prompt is,
Uh-oh. Like I ain't write to almost every day. I'm writing to y'all stuff on school. Okay.
she like, what?
God, where's my paper? Because I haven't come up with. I'm like, how am I going to do this where people are not like, oh, I'm not even dealing with her. She judgy. No, I'm just like, I want people to respect you and see you for your, other gifts, not be, the attention is focused on that. I mean, because that's going to draw you. Even other women that are straight, it's going to draw you to it. I'm like, I see that. Anyway, go ahead. My prompt is, she's so bossy.
Oh, your prompt is auctioning bodies to gain notoriety. Because the only way you put your body on display is because you're trying to be seen.
Hmm.
So yeah, auctioning bodies to gain notoriety. Take your time with
I appreciate that.
it.
Cause I'd be checking for school and I was sure it was one day. I'm like, she didn't put a prompt out today. Is she
Let
all
me say
right?
that was yes. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday or the day
Girl,
before. And I said, I'm not going crazy. I keep coming
I
back to
finally
love and
put it up.
lyrics. And
Listen,
I
she
didn't
said
Her
she
see
has
it.
not.
so many up that you got to catch up. So she gonna give you a free day or so.
And I'm like, and she needed that. And I'm like, she deserved that. So I wasn't even tripping. I said, okay, then I will not
Well,
be
no, I
writing
put it up.
today.
It just didn't get put up until night.
So I'm like,
So what happened was, it's Miss Lake fault. What happened was, I was in the
what
middle of
happened?
doing them, and then I got
I
a
will
phone
take
call,
responsibility. I
and then
told
got
her to chill.
distracted.
And then my thing is thinking I'm helping. So if somebody doesn't put up for Tuesday or whatever day it was, I'm thinking, okay, nobody's doing it by a certain time, and I put it in. Then y'all have to tell me, well, Ghost Stories was supposed to do that. You kind of, y'all didn't say it, but I'm like, damn, I stepped on his toes.
Yeah, that
So
was
I
his
wasn't
day. That
trying to,
Thursday, that was his day.
but he liked it. He wasn't, he
Uh,
didn't seem mad. But
Everybody's
I
friendly on the
apologized
app.
to him.
Everybody's friendly on the app.
yeah, we don't bite you down.
Yeah.
Nothing. We
Yeah,
don't
I'm
bite
like,
you down.
man, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know. It's
It's
like,
okay.
okay.
It's okay.
I'm like, man,
Miss Erica, I thank you for entertaining my questions.
of course.
I thank you for accepting this feature.
Thank you.
Tell us what you have coming up and what you're looking forward to as far as your work in the future.
What I need to be doing is to have a sprinkle of Angel Kim's energy and get my other book together, my manuscript, because I got plenty of poems. Because the ones that's in this book was supposed to be the stopping place was 2023. I've written a lot since 2023. So I
I
got,
think just the school app alone, you got a whole book, right?
yeah, especially after you diplomatically gave us a chastising in February.
I didn't did I?
And from that, you were very polite. I said, I love how she did the nice nasty. She basically said, look, y'all better start participating. We just not up here for decoration. Y'all need to participate. Y'all better be doing something. And I'm like, ooh. I was like, okay, I'm checking every day
I
now.
was just weeding out those that were just there
Yeah,
and weren't doing
I
nothing that
know.
been there. Cause it's like when you get people all in a space and then everybody's lurking and I'm seeing that they seeing it because they looking at it, but then they not even liking stuff so it makes me wonder why you here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I never added that. I was like, okay.
I
I
get
said, I
really
guess that's what I
suspicious.
needed. Even God chastises those he loves. So you know what? I just took it as love. I said, okay, this is God using her. He's telling me I need to get my pen active. So okay. And Dennis said the same thing. So he was writing for a minute himself. But yeah, I said once I got that chastising in February, I'm like, okay, I got to get on it. Do something. Even if it's bad poetry, I'm writing something every day. So but I forgot what else you said. I'm sorry. What else? Oh, what I was looking forward to. Next week, I know Dennis and I and Rare Epiphany actually, but she'll be riding probably with somebody else. But we're all supposed to be in Tennessee next weekend because all of us are contributors to the anthology that is in tribute to Nikki Giovanni. It was accepted. All of our poems were accepted. So they sent us an invite to come to that weekend event. Um, I know Rare's comes out in the first volume. Dennis's comes out in the second volume, which is later on in the year. My piece comes out in the third volume, which is next year. So I'm looking forward to seeing my poem, you know, in tribute to Nikki. What else is going on? I'm supposed to feature at the local spot here at Coffee Underground in August, but I don't know what date that's going to be, but I know it's going to be August. And in October, the 16th of October, and I didn't even put that flyer in there. I'm going to be in Atlanta. I am on the flyer for the BPC Poetry Festival, October 16th. And then November, Rainier is going to feature me on his platform in November. So far, that's what I got going on. I would love to be in New York in July, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Depends on if I get a job and my job say I can't go. Um, but there's a poetry festival going on the weekend of the 17th, I believe, the poetry festival in New York. So, and that's
Nice.
it.
Nice. I love that. So if you have flyers, you said you're on a flyer, send that to me. Send that to me and anything you have going on. Y'all get the book. If y'all want to support Ericka, grab her new book. Grab her.
Please inbox me because I got some here. Because you
I'm
know
going to inbox.
Amazon is not going to give you
Nope, they're not.
much of anything. So, and there is the flyer for the BPC. Um, yeah, because I don't know if anybody knows Lily Ain't Misbehaving. You guys may know some of the other poets. I think Shy Moonlight is on here too. Because I think she is a honey dripper. Yeah.
I
So
love her.
Shy Moonlight is going to be in Atlanta as
Okay.
well
Yeah.
on the same night
Okay.
in
Nice.
October.
Nice. Well, definitely send me that so I can support. Again, if y'all would like to donate to the beautiful Miss Ericka Floyd for her time, her poetry, you can grab the book, but you can also hit that PayPal. I'm just saying, hit that PayPal. And 90% will go to her. 10% goes back to Tesoro. I appreciate y'all coming through tonight with us. Any last word to the people? And then I want y'all to come off mic and show her some love.
Well, I just wanted to not to say, I don't appreciate everybody else, but I haven't seen Escape Artist in a minute and I appreciate her coming through and I do apologize for not sending you the link personally. I thought I sent it. So I apologize for you missing the beginning because I probably didn't send you the link in time. I didn't send you the link, so I apologize for that. And thank you
And good to
guys
see her
for
again. Hey, Escape Artist.
yeah, thank you for sharing your time with me because I didn't expect this many people to come through. So thank you.
Listen, a lot of people love you, and I'm sure some other ones would have came through too. They might have missed the link. Yeah, because I know you're loved in this community. And so
Mhm.
let them know. Let them know it will be on the YouTube. They can
Oh,
still
okay.
catch it. They can still catch it.
All right.
Yeah. Miss Stacy will get you that information when it get loaded. When it gets loaded, when it get loaded. I'm speaking Ebonics now. When it gets loaded. So yeah.
You probably have somewhere else you got to be too after this. That's probably why. I don't know.
For me,
Uh,
nah, I'm chill for the night. Mm-mm.
oh, yeah.
No,
Until
No,
I
no,
I
she's
ain't.
not.
see
She's not chill for
Clubhouse
the
come
night.
up.
Don't listen to her. She's not chill for the night, but she probably ain't got no place else. She gotta be,
Got my
but she
grant.
got 10 things she gotta do. Isn't she in our anthology too?
Yes, she. Oh yes. Hey,
Like, yeah,
Remember,
don't
I
forget that
asked you,
part.
but I didn't get anything to
Uh,
say whether I made it or
it's
not.
on. You should have. You better check your spam, man.
Oh, it would have came through my email because I was checking on the
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I sent
school.
that months ago.
Months ago. Like literally, we just
I
put the
sent out
thing out that
personal
said.
emails and everything. I was
Can you
all official
resend it?
and
Because
all.
I've been emptying my spam now that I know spam be having. Because I looked through it and I didn't see anything from you guys.
Yeah, girl.
I'll resend it because I was all. I was proud of
Like
myself. I was all
literally, we're
official.
about to put out the thing that for pre-orders, like in the next 24 hours. We just put out the promo that says that it's coming out.
I even tagged you on it. I even tagged you on it.
I didn't see it.
I just posted
I
it today.
oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'll look for because I remember asking you about it and you said I'll look into it. You said it on the school app and then I didn't hear nothing
Nah,
else.
but she did put it out months ago for everybody. She sent it out specifically to every
Yeah,
individual.
because I emailed everybody. That's why.
Yeah, gotta check your spam. But yes, you're in it. And yes,
Please.
the pre-orders will be coming out for in the next 24 hours. But if you're following us on Instagram, then you would have seen that the we did change the cover. That's another thing that came out. But yeah, that part.
How
Uh
am I missing all of this? I didn't see any of this.
You're ignoring you're ignoring me.
oh.
Please, if you have it, and I know this is giving you more work, please resend it to me. I'm going to look for it
But
tonight.
Yeah,
also
I keep
there's
everything. So yeah,
but
I got
also verbally we let you know too. But yeah, she'll just resend it to you. But yes, it's time is it's time is coming out. And look out for the next 24 hours. If you're not following us on Instagram, follow State Zenverse. If you're following Angel Kim, then you will already know all the stuff and the things. And our radio station launches tomorrow. So bam.
Y'all don't have enough to do, apparently. Well,
We have
maybe
plenty
y'all
to
need to
do.
go. God. I did see something for It's Time, but I didn't know what that was.
That's
You
the thing that
tagged
you're
me in it,
involved
but
in.
I'm looking at it. I'm
Yeah,
like, what is this about? I don't
the
know
thing
what
you're
that is.
involved in. Did
Talk
you
about
send us your clip?
squirrel.
Did you send us your clip? Your the clip with your recording on it? We'll get with you. We love you.
I know I didn't know about that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's happening.
Don't worry, we got you. Don't worry.
Thank
You
you.
ain't missed nothing. It's okay.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share with Miss Ericka?
She's amazing. We love her and hate her at the same time. Brooklyn's in the house.
Yes. Brooklyn's in the house. Yeah, it sure is.
Erica, you did a perfectly beautiful job.
Thank
Um,
you.
Before we take off, I'd like for
Mm-hmm.
everybody to hit your react button. Let's fill this screen up with hearts, flowers, applause signals.
Oh,
Show Erica just how much we love her.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And to think I was nervous, nervous, nervous. I'm always nervous when I have to do this, and then I'm fine once we start having
Did I make it
conversation.
comfortable for you?
You absolutely did. I started to get some wine, but I wasn't sure if that would be inappropriate.
No, it would not have. We're grown.
Yeah.
Man, you get it and you don't tell nobody. It's your business. What you talking about?
Yep. I'm thinking about doing something called wine and poetry on Zoom.
Oh,
Yep,
you
yep, yep, yep.
forgot you that we know we're doing that. We didn't even think about it. We already have the plans for it. We'll let them know about it in a couple of weeks.
All right. All right. I hear that.
As soon as
I
I do
hear
the
that.
flyer, I'm doing the flyer. Anyway.
Oh, Lord. I love you
She
guys.
be
Y'all
trying
are
to take my
crazy.
job. She be trying to take my job.
And she
She
needs
had
to.
a heart
Somebody needs
attack.
to take something
She
from
had
you.
she don't even have a plate no more. I stole it from her.
Oh, my God. Man.
My
Well, I
Tesotos
enjoyed
got
it. Miss Lady was all right. You know, AK was all right. They was all right. But Sister Erica,
Yes, sir.
definitely a fan of what you do. And I appreciate what you do, sis. For real, for real. It's all love, you know what
Thank
I mean? So,
you.
like I said, I
Thank
don't know
you.
what I did, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that.
The fact that you're from Brooklyn, too, hey, that's wonderful. I didn't even know.
see,
Didn't
it's a
know.
small world. It's a small world.
It is, especially if he was in my neighborhood. That's crazy.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
crazy.
Listen, I thank everybody for coming through,
Mm-hmm.
spending time with us. I am going to let you go. Y'all make sure y'all connect with Miss Erica. You can find her on Facebook. You can find her on Instagram. You can find her and follow her and get her book. Get her book. Please, please, and thank you.
That's that's the IG Brooklyn in the house. BKLYNNDAHSE.
Yes. And
That's
if
my
you're not
Instagram.
following her, drop your information in the chat. So when you follow her, she won't be like, now who this? All right. Y'all
All
have a
right.
blessed night. Thank you
You as
again.
well.
And thank you, Miss Stacy, for allowing us to take up space on this Zoom. So y'all have a blessed night.